Hello and welcome. It's Wednesday again, so welcome to Awaken Wednesday. It is my pleasure and my joy to be here with you on yet another Awaken Wednesday. Today we always have interesting topics, don't we? I mean, we could just go down these topic holes forever and just talk for days on end about some of these topics, I'll tell you. Today, we will talk about what does your truth look like? That sounds kind of deep, right? What does truth look like? Did you know that truth has a form and a shape? I sure didn't know that. What is yours? What have you created it to look like? Remember, your gifts and your truth are one. I thought about that when that first came in, and I thought it was like an aha moment. Isn't that true? Your gifts and your truth are one? It sure is. You think about your gifts. That's your truth. That's what you came here to do. That's what you came here to be. That's your truth. And when you kind of figure that out and you kind of realize that, wow, it gives whole new meaning to your gifts, doesn't it? If you think about it. Can you see this? Can others? Is another good question, right? Are you showing your truth and your gift to others? That's a really good question. I think for a lot of us, some days we do and some days not so much, right? We just kind of got our own agenda going and we just don't let it show so much, right? Are your words, actions, and intentions in alignment with your truth? And again, I think for most of us, a lot of the times, right, they're probably in alignment, but I think when they're not, I think we realize that, right? I mean, sometimes it doesn't feel right when we do it or we intend it or we act it or think it. I think we really realize and know when we're not living our truth and showing our truth. As you sit with this pondering, you will see things that are clear and things that need to become clearer. And that's so true. I mean, even I did it. When some things just come right to you and you just know, and other things, they'll come. And it may be days before they come, and they may come in an aha moment, but they'll come, especially when you're thinking about it and having that intention of thinking about it. It'll come to you, and it may even come in a dream. For some of you have some really profound prophetic dreams. So really pay attention to that. I mean, and I think like a lot of people too, where I get a lot of things that come through in my dreams and then I wake up and then I forget. So what I did now is I put a piece of paper and a pen near my bed so that in the event that I really want to remember something, I'll just write it down. As you go along your days and tasks, bring to your attention your truth and ask yourself if you are in alignment. If you are, give yourself praise. I mean, if you don't, you might not get any for some of you. So if you need to give yourself praise, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not an egotistical thing. If you are in alignment, recognize and realize that in yourself. And by golly, give praise to yourself for that. That's a big deal. That that needs praise. If you give praise, give praise. Okay, if not, make a note to work on how you can bring that more into alignment, right? And there comes that note and that note paper and pen, and maybe just carry it with you in your back pocket or your purse. You can even use your phone. There's usually, most phones now have a note feature that you can just jot things down. Sometimes it can take time to do this because the misalignment is deep. Sometimes it's many years deep. It may have happened long ago. Someone perhaps gave you a false truth and you were too young to realize this and just went on believing it. And that is unfortunate, but it happens, and it's almost safe to say that it's happened to us all in some way, shape, or form. For some of us, it might have been a small belief, a small misbelief, and for some of us, it's pretty deep. Like it's to the core, and it needs healing. It's time to awaken to your truth and become more and more of this truth in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit. If you need assistance, reach out. Many can help. Archangel Michael, which is who I do this Awaken Wednesday with, and I know I've mentioned it in my prior Awaken Wednesdays, is that we have paired up together, and Archangel Michael has stepped forth to say that you can start reaching out to him if you don't have a person to go to, a person that maybe you're not comfortable going to open up and to work through some of this stuff, then certainly reach out to Archangel Michael, and he will be there upon your request. Of course, you have to ask. That is one thing we have to do, is we have to ask. And that's because of free will. We have the choice to do wrong if we want to, knowingly. So let's go to this one card that comes forth with the intention, always the intention of what we need to hear at this particular point on this beautiful Awaken Wednesday. We usually have the intention of what our topic is, and this is about seeing and being your truth. Now, if there's something that's ever in the cards that I show, that I talk about, and you see something more, then that's for you. There is something in this card that comes forth every week for each and every one of us. There is some nugget in there for all of us. Honesty. You know, you saw me shuffle. You cannot make this stuff up. You really can't. And it's so funny because, I mean, it just gets better now that I read the words, because I'm really not familiar with this deck, so I don't know if I've ever seen this card. So we said it says honesty, and the words underneath say, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. It was like this card was written just for us right here, right now. Find your truth, be your truth. The other message that's coming out in here is about communication and being able to speak your truth. Some of us really struggle with that, speaking our truth, for fear of not being understood, fear of rejection, Fear of being judged. I think that's probably the biggest one, right? Who wants to be judged? So that might be for those of you who do have that particular challenge, work with that first. And sometimes communication and being able to speak your truth can even be with your own self, as well as with others. But it can really truly start with yourself. Sometimes we just don't want to admit our truth and our gifts to our own self. So that's a really good place to start if you need be. And again, reach out. There's so much help out there. I mean, I can help for one. Archangel Michael has stepped forth and said, truly, reach out to him first if you really need to. I'm here. You can find me at angeldawning.com. You can find all of my sprays at loveyourselfspray.com. If you feel the need to reach out, there's so much help around you. You don't have to work through this alone. You're never alone. And a lot of times we all struggle with the same challenges. So again, know that you're not alone in a lot of the things that you struggle with. So, with that, I wish you all well. I wish you a wonderful week. And until next Wednesday, awaken. Be well. Bye for now.